Hi everybody, this is Rita Holmes, independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up! From Ohio, here to bring you my Simply Saturday video. So, today's card is going to be a very, very easy card, and of course I saw it on Pinterest, or kind of like it, and I use different stamps and stuff, but anyway, I just saw it and it just reminded me it'd be something for Simply Saturday and something that we could do and be easy and quick, and we can make it. I'm going to make a Christmas card and a birthday card because I know some people don't do Christmas cards, so I think I need to show it both ways. So we'll get to that in just a second. I do want to remind you that Stampin' Up! Is having their join special, which is very, very good, and I wouldn't be doing a service if I didn't tell you about it, because it is so cheap to do that if you're going to order even like a bundle, you know, with a stamp set and the dies to match or whatever, you can actually go ahead and join Stampin' Up! And get that plus other stuff. And what it is, you can join for $35. You would get $125 worth of stuff free. That's $90 worth of stuff free after your $35. Plus, you would get free shipping, and you would get a free paper pumpkin kit, and of course, catalogs and different things like that. So, it is such a good deal. And if your order was more than $35 and your want list, you know, say that you wanted a bundle, which that would be good on your $35, but say you had a big wish list, you can join for $99 and get $189 worth of stuff for free. So that's still $90 worth of stuff for free, but you can go ahead and pay the bigger amount and go on up to the other $189. Still getting the other stuff, the paper pumpkin and that, for free. Reason I am telling you that, you don't have to sign a contract to join. You don't have to stay for a certain amount of time. You will have 6 months to get to your $300 quarterly minimum, because they give you that extra because you're joining after a new quarter started. So it's a good thing to try. You might not like it. You might love it. You know, who's to say? But anyway, it would be great for you to try. If you have any questions about it, please let me know, because I would love to be able to help you guys with that. I am trying to grow my team, and the best way I can do that is to offer stuff to you guys and let you know what's going on. So, spills over. That's what's out, and I wanted to be sure and let you know that. So, Simply Saturday. Let's get to it. 2 very easy cards that I'm doing. Same card. 1 birthday card, 1 Christmas card. Because, you know, if we're going to make Christmas cards, we need to get started on them now. Birthday cards, we need to make all the time. We all know people with birthdays. So, I guess I don't have anything else to really just sit here and chit-chat over. We can chit-chat while I make my card. So let's turn the camera down. And let me move it down. There we go. And you probably see my cord hanging over here. That's because my phone is like gonna die again, like always. I get 500 phone calls a day, I feel like, or text, or things. And I just have to get with all the program, you know. So anyway, there we go. This is what we have here. And we see all of our little lights. And I think those are my above lights that you see, which I think is crazy. But anyway, but here's my PDF on my card. That will be up on my Stamp Crazy VIP group, which you can join if you don't already belong to, and you can snag some PDFs off of there if you want. This just gives you what I used. You get to look at the picture and see how you can make it. But you watch the video, you're going to see anyway. And we're going to be using the paper, and it's actually in the annual catalog. It was out last Christmas, called Seasons of Elegance. And this is the 3 papers, the 3 different colors that's in there. And then that's the back sides of those. So this is what we're going to use. We're going to use the red and the green for the card. And then on the other paper, we're going to use the celebratory Sips paper. And I'm actually going to use the flowered print out of it, which is this, with the orange on the other side. So let's get started. And on the inside, I just put 2 strips also. And kind of made that just to look like the outside. Very pretty. Okay, we're going to start. And what we're going to start with is, I'll tell you the measurements, although it is on a PDF. Our card bases are 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. That's for both of them. They both have a coordinating piece of cardstock. That's 5 1/4 by 4 inches. And that is those. And then each of them have 2 pieces of white that measure 5 1/8 by 3 7/8. One is for the front, one is for the inside. And then we have 6 strips, 3 of each color, that are 1/2 inch by 6 inches. And the reason why I do that is because I'm angling those, so they need a little bit of extra room. So that's what these are. And that's all we need, besides stamp and some embellishments, of course. So let's fold our cards. And you know I like to use my pot scrubber. I used to use only Pampered Chef ones, but since I don't order a lot of Pampered Chef anymore, I still have some, but I like these with this little gripper thing. Just nice to hold on to. So let's fold this. And I know people's like, why don't you just use a bone folder? And I think I've gotten so used to these, and they put such a good crease in there that that's what I use. So we're going to be putting this and this. I'm going to set these to the side. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take one of these for right now. And we're going to put our pieces on. Now what I did is I kind of just laid these down, and it doesn't matter which one you start with, but decide what, if you got prints, what you want with there. Like this one, I want more of the gold to show. So I'm going to be putting mine like that, I think. And then I have 2 more that I can put here. And then I've got 2 for the inside. So that's what we're going to do. So let me show you how I do my front. And these, it's not going to matter. They're full of flowers. So there'll be one this way, one like that, one here, and one here, and then 2 for the outsides. So that's how that one's going to go for birthday. Let's work on the Christmas one first. So what I do, I use my glue. You can use glue dots or tape runner, whatever you want. So I kind of know where I want that, so I'm just going to draw me a line of glue. Not real big, I can always add more. And I'm only going to glue the top. So I'm going to put that there and angle that a little bit. And then I'm going to put this next to it. Okay. Then what I want to do is I'm going to bring these in. Make sure that's holding. I'm going to bring these in. And then what I'll do is I'll put that in under the red. And this one will go in under the green like this. Okay, so that's what we're going to do with these. So at the beginning right here, Before I glue that, I want to take this one out. And since I know about where that's going to lay, the red seems to want to, I don't want to say buckle, but it just seems heavier for some reason. So, and then this one will go like, yeah, well, took it out. Then this one will go here, like so. We'll angle those down here like that. And you can angle them as high or as low as you want. Just keep in mind what your stamp is going to be that you use on it, okay? So now that I've got those that way, I'm going to go ahead and glue my two down here. So I'm just going to hold these up like that. Put a little bit of glue down. Make sure those are together. I think I'm going to add just a little bit more glue to go out just a little bit. Not much. So that is glued down. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue these two edges. And of course your paper's going to scoot around on you until you get one side of it glued. Don't worry about that, because you can add these wherever you need them to go. So we're going to put that one there. We're going to bring this one up. I'll scoot it down a little bit so I can have a little room for cutting. Make sure that I have that. Main thing of it is you want to get them close together. Have them look uniform on each side. So see how that looks? I'm going to glue this red one down. Why the red ones on the last card I made, they just wanted to flip up right there. And I don't want them to flip up. Didn't want it to do that either, did I? But it did. I'll go ahead and put a little bit on this green one also, just in case. And I'm going to hold it up and put some on the edge. Just to hold that down. So there we go, and we're going to cut those. Just cut all those even. So I'll take my little scissors. And those want to stick. We'll move those off. Cut these, and it'll look a little better on the front once we have all that cut. So there we go with that. Looks pretty cool, doesn't it? I like it. It's funny how designer series paper will just add so much to your cards. So now let's put these on. So what I'm going to do here again, my flowers look upside down to me. Now, does that really make a difference? I don't think it really does. So what I'm going to do is make sure these are okay next to each other. And these really don't matter. You don't have to scoot them up or down to know where you're going. So I'm just going to put some glue right here. Put this down again. After bending my paper up, that's okay. But since I did that, I think I'm going to put a little bit of glue where I think this will need to be, up here maybe, just to hold it down. Since I bent them, There we go. So now what we'll do is we'll bring these in, and we will put this one here, and this one will go here. Scoot that up just a little bit so this one can be up. There we go. And that's how these are going to look. So I'm going to go ahead and glue these two down here. Need to make that one just a little bit wider. There we go. And let's go ahead and put these two down. See how easy this is? You could sit and use scraps of paper all day long and cut strips. Make easy cards. There we go. Just going to do that all at one time. Just make sure that they're flat out. And we'll cut the ends of these. Does everybody have lots of scraps they can use? I have a million scraps. And even with a million scraps, can you imagine just cutting them a 1/2 inch? We'll be doing these cards till the cows come home. I don't have any cows to come home, so I guess I'd be doing cards forever and ever and ever. Okay, there will be our birthday card. So before we do that, let's get our 2 pieces here. Okay, and all I'm going to do here is I'm just going to take and do me 2 lines right next to each other. Well, not right next. They're going to be a little bit apart. And then I'm just going to take and lay one down. And then the other. Because we're not going to do any weaving or anything like that. They can just go down like that. We'll do that with these 2, and then I'll cut them. I like the side with all the gold. I think that's pretty. So let's cut these, and then we're ready just to stamp our sentiment, put them on our cards, and add a little bit of embellishments to them. And then they'll be done. What do you think about that? Think it's something you might try to get some leftover paper out of your way? And you can make them for all kinds of, depending on what paper you used, for any kind of occasion or holiday or whatever. It's just a quick and easy card. And that's what we're about for on these Saturdays. Quick and easy. Okay, so now what we're going to do, let's just lay these here, and then we're going to put them all together. I'm going to take, well, for this one, because it's sitting closest to me, I'm going to take this happy birthday, it's a big one, and I'm going to stamp it right there. And I am going to use Old Olive to do that, the green. So, and with these stamps, all you got to do is put them down. You do not have to bang them into the ink. And then you'll see the ink covers your letters or your images. So you're just laying it on there and just, I'm not even pressing. And then I'm going to bring it here. I think I got a little bit of glue on the back of my paper. And then I'm just going to add it right here. So let's put that one there, and we will do this other one real quick, and then we'll put them all together. And what we have for here, we have Merry Christmas, and then we have a saying for the inside of this one. We're going to do Mary in the red, just because I like Mary in the red. So you see I don't have any messes on my stamp because I just kind of touched it in the ink. And that really helps when you are going to stamp these photopolymer stamps because you don't have any mess. So there's that. I'm going to set that to the side. I'm going to use it for the inside piece in just a second. But let's stamp our Christmas in the Mossy Meadow. And these came out of the stamp set called Seasonal Tags, and I'll show that to you. Oh, look, I had a little bit of ink on my finger. So, what do I do with that? I'm going to put an embellishment there. Since I'm going to use embellishments on it. Oops, I'm losing stuff over here. I'm cleaning my stamps. And losing things. So let's bring this one in, and we'll bring in the red again. And we're going to put this saying on the inside that says, "May the magic of Christmas fill each corner of your home and heart." So that looks awfully, let's put that on this piece of scrap paper here real quick. There we go. Okay, now I'm going to do this kind of at an angle up here, since my paper's at an angle. And then it can be signed underneath. Okay, let's put together and then embellish since I have a mistake. Let's close the ink pad or I'll have more than one mistake. Because that's how I roll. Mistakes, mistakes, mistakes. So what I'm going to do is just ink this, or ink it. Just put some glue here. Try not to get glue on your foil paper when you're using it because it does not come off very well. At all. So you want to be very careful with that. Okay, there. I'm going to let that one sit for a second while I glue this one on. Just because it slides on that foil paper, so I like to put it on and let it sit for a minute to where it grabs hold so I don't keep moving it around. And I like using glue because it gives me a little bit of wiggle room. So let's go ahead and put this one on the card while we're letting that one dry for a second. I just like to be on the safe side when I'm using foil. It does cost a little bit more, so I don't want to ruin it. So there's that. Now let's put the inside in. And I didn't put anything in here because you could write a message or what. It's a birthday card. So that would be good. But if you have stamps that go with your birthday sayings for the inside, please do. Okay, that one's done. Let's finish this one now. I'll go ahead and do my inside first, because that really doesn't matter as long as you keep your card laying face up the way it needs to go. You can put your inside in first. I just think that paper looks so pretty with this cherry cobbler paper. It's very pretty. There we go. Let's get this one here. Okay, I'm going to go ahead. These are called Druzy something. Druzy adhesive backed embellishments. So we're going to take these and put one right there. Now you don't even know I had that mark there, do you? One over here. Maybe one right there. So there we go. That's our card done. Let's move the Druzy dots. And we'll come in with here. And we want the, I want to use the Timid Tiger color. So let's just do that. And there we go with that one. So look how easy those were. And like I said, it's such a good way to get rid of your scraps, especially the little scraps that you accumulate. If you're like me, I accumulate a lot. And then you just cut them into 1/2-inch pieces, and there you go. You can make you some quick cards and have in your stash. Or make them and give them away as a gift. Or like me, just make them and keep them forever, because I forget to send cards out. I forget to do a lot of stuff. But, you know, you can do that. Here's the sets I used. I used seasonal tags. That's the Merry and the Christmas that's here. And then the inside piece was right here. May the magic of Christmas fill each corner of your home and heart. And I like this one too. May your holiday season be filled with joy and happiness. And then there's other, have a spectacular Halloween if you're doing Halloween cards. And this one says, so incredibly grateful for all my blessings, especially you. That's a good one for Thanksgiving. And then here's the happy birthday I used for this. So there you go. And you could do thinking of you, thank you, all kinds of stuff. So that is my cards for today, and I hope that you enjoyed them and that you get a chance to try to make them. I think that you'll like them because you will get a little self-satisfaction out of using up some of your scraps. So until next time, you guys be creative, and remember that I haven't done a Facebook Live, if you're watching on Facebook, for a couple weeks. I've just gotten so behind in time, I won't lie to you. Time has gotten away. I'm going to try to get really caught up. So, might take me still a few days to do all that, or probably this whole next week. But I plan on getting myself caught up on all my stamping stuff. So anyway, here's our cards. So, you can see them. Someone had me quite the stash of Christmas cards, right? So anyway, have a great day, be creative, and I hope to see you next time. And don't forget to give me thumbs up, hearts, or whatever, depending on what platform you're watching this on, whether it's YouTube or Facebook Live, but it sure does help me a lot, and I would much appreciate it. Thanks. Have a great day. Bye.